Hello, people. What's up? All right, give me a few folks, cause your boy's got to promote. I'm not gonna lie, I was this close to going into a food coma. So, you know, we're here. I don't even get paid for this shit, but we here because I love you guys. And unfortunately for me, it really irritates me sometimes that I am the way that I am. Like, I just gotta do the things that I said I was gonna do, and sometimes, you know, having standards really sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so low on sleep, but we're gonna crush this call. And as a matter of fact, it's gonna be fucking epic. It's gonna be one for the ages. So let me get my life together real quick here. Let me get these links so I can blast this out, because I'm realizing now that I don't think I even promoted this call. But y'all know this is what we do on Monday nights. Monday night. Anybody ever watch like wrestling back in the day? Monday Night Raw. Back, I don't know, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago. All right, let me push this out. Way live on YouTube. Gonna look at charts and things. All right, cool. Here we go. Sending it through here and over here. Just about done, guys. Sick. Alright, let's see. Well, how's everyone else doing? What do you guys have your eyes on? I am gonna look at some crypto stuff, because I do think it's gonna get worse before before it gets better. We'll go into that here in a sec. Hope all is well. What's up, Brandon? I was not alive. The golden age of wrestling. You know, John Cena doing wrestling things and not movies, not the weird stuff that he be doing now. All right. Okay, let's get the right stuff going here. Sick. Yeah, go ahead and let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you guys want to look at. What setups? There's a few. There's actually a handful of setups that I'm going to review here. So some will be indices. Some will be metals. There's actually some majors that are looking pretty good too. And then we're going to look at crypto and things. Okay. Let's roll. Alright. What's up, Carlos? What's up, Seth? Hello, fam. ¿Qué tal, Argentina? Facu, Jose. Thanks again for the psychology session yesterday. I've been listening to it again today. A lot of fire in there. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get someone. ¿Habrá hoy en español, bro? No, va a ser en inglés. Ayer hicimos la de psicología. Quizás. A ver, bro, si hago algo en español, te dejo saber. Te dejo saber por ahí. What's up, Grayson? Good talk today, man. Gio. Let's give Gio some love in here. The boy got funded just a couple days ago. What's up, Andro, Brandon, Lindsay? Hello. Quereisha, ¿qué tal? Puerto Rico, how's Michael? Cruiser, hola. What's up, dude? What's poppin', man? Hector Barroeta, hi, bro. Hey, I responded to you about, I know you wanted to start learning. Do you meme coins? Do I meme coins? Yes and no. Well, yes, but I don't meme coin at the most degenerate level. I'm like I'm like a blue chip meme coiner. I'm not a degen meme coiner. So I'm not in the depths. I'm not in the trenches with the absolute filth of crypto. I'm more so kind of on the surface level, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm too in there. I mean, I've dabbled in it's just madness. I mean, if you guys have ever looked at Pump Fund, it's just, I mean, things launch and then within seconds it's just absolute mayhem in here. So if you guys have never seen this, the meme coin space really goes beyond even your imagination, to be honest. You know, there's memes that are in the billion market cap. Then you have some in hundreds of millions, and then some you have in, you know, just to give you guys perspective, in the last cycle, going back to, you know, 2021 specifically. In 2021, you were crazy. You were absolutely out of your mind if you were buying meme coin. If you're just buying any crypto under, honestly, under 100 million, you were a degenerate. Under 10 million, you were probably missing quite a bit of brain cells. That I include myself in that category. And then it was unheard of anyone really getting anything under 1 million market cap. Now, in this cycle, since we all have just completely lost sense of reality and have just goldfish brains, casino mindset, these are like 40,000 market cap. You can launch a coin here within minutes. And there's something launching every second. So it's absolute mayhem. And I mean, the chances of you doing anything significant are pretty low. So it's like trying to get a 10R, but your probabilities are like 0.05%. So yeah, it's nuts. There's a whole process to this. It's crazy. I genuinely don't recommend it for 99% of people. Yes, you can hit some 5x's, 10x's, and even more. You know, you can hit some 50, 100x's, but I mean, you're gonna get absolutely slaughtered so much, where by the time you stop taking, you know, whatever position that you want to take, that's the one that goes. And honestly, also with these types of things, like there's a lot of nuance. Like, you do either have to have connections in the right places, you have to be on top of crypto Twitter, have notifications on Elon, Trump, the space in general, just the culture in general, be able to buy instantly. I'm talking about within minutes, if not within the minute of something launching, and there's a narrative running. And then you also want to make sure that it is even the tokenomics even make sense. And then you also want to take profits, because a lot of these things last for maybe a few hours, maybe a couple days, a week or two if you're lucky. Like, for example, you guys remember the coin that went crazy, right? What was it called? Peanut? Respectfully, these farm animals were just a disaster. But just look at this. Like this at one point topped out at, and I just want you guys to understand the ups and downs of the meme coin space. So, we saw Peanut go and hit almost 2 billion market cap, and it's currently sitting at 185 million market cap. So it is down 90%. Yeah, so you just got to be aware. Like the meme coin space is just there can be room for success, but if you're gonna be in the very like sub 100 mil, sub 10 mil, sub mil category of even just crypto in general, you do really you can't just go in and throw money at anything, because a lot is just not gonna survive and last. Thoughts on Dogecoin still DCA? Yeah, I still feel pretty solid. So there's certain things that I do feel like there are certain coins that are solid, like, and in different categories. Like for example, for me, portfolio wise, I have my portfolio more so based on market cap and how much of a percentage I have between high risk, low risk, and medium risk. But there's two main portfolio that I think people can build, and it's either how much risk, how risky, or how probable things are. I guess it's more both based on probability of success, and others are based off of sectors. So, DeFi, real world assets, or you have, meme coins, AI, gaming, a whole bunch of different categories. So you want to just know why you're doing what you're doing and what your timeline is in general. But for example, there's certain coins that I do think will have success while the next leg happens, which I'll go over my thoughts on what is going to happen here and what can happen. But for example, like Bonk. Bonk is Solana's, leading meme coin. Between Bonk and this is down, I think, about almost 5. I think it's down like 75% from all-time highs. I mean, most of these things are just been getting hit, but not as bad as other things. So, for example, Pepe, I think will when everything starts to settle and everything starts to move on again, yeah, Pepe is one of those that I think is going to do fine. Doge is going to do fine. My favorite, like the meme coin that I think has the highest return potential, is Dogecoin. This one is this is the leading meme coin for Bitcoin. So it is at yeah, its market cap is just pennies on the dollar. Like I really genuinely would not be surprised if this 100x's. And that sounds insane, actually, to say that. It actually sounds insane to me. But I don't believe, like, it wouldn't shock me at all if it does 100x. Yeah. So, anyways, it just depends on who you want to be in this space and what you want to do. You can not do any of this and do extremely well in this space and just focus on categories that you believe in, sectors in the space that you feel like have a pretty good perspective on. So for example, this is Donald Trump's, unofficially we'll say, is what he's looking to invest in, the government of the US as well. So Ethereum, Chainlink, Ondo, these right here could easily do anywhere from 3x, 5, 10x here. Like, Sol, if you guys looked at what President Trump was communicating about in terms of what the strategic reserve, right, the U.S. government strategic crypto reserve is looking like, we have confirmations on certain pickups. So the fact that where did he post this? Truth Social? I don't have a Truth Social. I should probably make one. But anyways, he talked about Cardano, Chainlink, or was it Ondo, ETH, Bitcoin, Solana. So all that good stuff. It's pretty impressive to see. So even if you just bet on those, you'll probably do pretty well. So he named Bitcoin, ETH, XRP, Sol, Cardano for their strategic reserve. And obviously those are going to get quite the pump. So long term, even if you just went with that, you'll probably be fine. And then this portfolio is another indication of where that is. So if we understand where people in power are positioning their eggs, this is what their basket can look like. Well, not even any. These are just not bad picks at all. I actually don't have too much experience with movement, but I do know about the rest of these. And you actually do get to kind of. These are different sectors too. You have ETH, Layer 1, Chainlink, Ondo, Real World Asset, Aave, DeFi, Bitcoin, so. Yeah, I mean, you won't really do too bad. But anyways, I went into a totally different tangent than what I expected to talk about. Where do I think Sol is going? Up at some point. You need to learn those terms. Was wondering about Safe Circle. Safe Circle. Honestly, I have no idea. I have not seen it, so I cannot help you there. I can do a quick search, I guess, if it's on here. Why did it go there? Let's see, Safe Circle. Is this a small coin or what? I don't know. I've never heard of this. I haven't really been in the crypto trenches like that. Any crypto setups? Yeah, I'm about to go over what I see. What do you think about Telcoin as a long-term play? Okay. So I also don't have a lot of experience with this. I couldn't tell you what it is. I've heard of it. I just haven't looked into it. Yeah, I haven't really been like looking and digging for the newest thing, or not that this is really that new. I know it's been around. It's been around for what, like a few years, huh? Yeah, I've been around. This thing pumped like crazy in 2021. Telcoin. This isn't the Telegram coin, is it? I thought it was named something else. I thought it was like something totally different. Is this Telegram's coin? I totally thought that was named like TON. A blockchain consortium for mobile networks. Wow. Okay. I will get into the charts. Let's get into the charts. We'll dive into a few things, okay? So here's where we're at, guys. Here's where we're at. We almost got the accumulations. We got some nice pumps. The market it melted. I believe it was Saturday. Maybe Friday. I think it was Friday. Yeah, Friday we had that huge sell-off, and then the rally. Indices rallied alongside Bitcoin here. This actually played out a 4-hour mitigation, so played out really nice. And then Sunday the market gained tons and tons of momentum. The amount of belief that, all right, we're back, baby, we're back. Yeah, that all died today. all of this hopium just got absolutely slaughtered, and There we go. So what do I think can happen? I do think that we're going to be working our way below this again, unfortunately for some of you, fortunately for others, right? Depending on your timeline. Some of you right now, especially if you're leveraged, you're pissed. You're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? Some of you are getting liquidated. Or other people, maybe you invested money you shouldn't have, and you're experiencing some of those lessons. You know, you're getting some of those, wow, I probably shouldn't have thrown my money at the market when I couldn't really, or maybe not that much, right? Maybe you had a timeline on when things were supposed to work out, and suddenly they're not working out, and you're on the timeline that you needed it to. So it happens, guys. It happens. And what I will say is track your mistakes. You know, track the lessons that you're accumulating through this process. If you needed this market to get to certain prices by certain times, you're playing the game by the wrong rules, right? This does not abide by your rules. The market's timing is very different than what your timing will be. So, moving forward, I do think we're still going to work our way down some more. I think we're going to crack below this. And to be fair, the reason I feel pretty convicted on this to drop even further is not so much because of Bitcoin. Like, yes, the Bitcoin chart helps. But actually, looking at indices, I think indices give us a pretty good, the stock market is showing us that, yeah, this is probably going to work its way down a bit more. We have Dow Jones that can work its way into this January imbalances. You guys see how January 13th, 14th, 15th, these days here were absolutely critical. These were days right before elections and all that good stuff. So I do think we're going to rebalance. We have massive sweeps of liquidity before the market rallied. So I would not be surprised at all. And market structure is indicating that we should keep working our way lower. And if you guys were on my stream this morning, I talked about how, look, guys, it almost looks, and go back to the recording from this morning. I was talking about US30, and I was like, look, this almost looks like we're going to be in the clear. We just need to see demand above these highs. If we see demand above here, then we can continue up. But if not, then we are in for a shitstorm. And that's exactly what we got. The market was just dumping and dumping. And as soon as New York Open couldn't hold these levels, that was it. This was ready to work its way down. Who loves a good sale, baby? Bring it. There you go. That's the attitude. So anyways, seeing the market work its way lower, yes, we got a little bit of a rally towards the end of the session. However, I mean, it's pretty bearish overall. The market's still working its way lower. We have possible sell scenarios here with Nasdaq, and I'll get into all that stuff here. I'll get into indices more deeply in a bit, but I'm more so here to highlight the fact that we do have more imbalances and liquidity that we can look for and in these areas. So I do think we can work our way down. Nasdaq also gives similar, actually closer price action to Bitcoin, in which Nasdaq here has gotten back to these election levels. November here, right? November 5th. We're honestly, I think another leg down away from getting to elections price action. And for those of you that traded with me alongside elections, I talked about the liquidity that was left behind here during the week before or even the day before elections happened. So I was like, you know what? Kind of strange that liquidity was left behind here, but off we go. And we caught such a massive move on, I think it was the GU or something. We caught a huge buy, which was awesome. But anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if we rebalance and then maybe even clear this liquidity before we rally. So yeah, that's really where we're at right now. And as you guys can see, structure right now is struggling to maintain. So this next drop, I have a feeling it's going to be a quick one. I don't think we're going to last too long below these levels. Maybe we dip under 20K one more time, and then we kind of recover right away. So between that, I feel like we're just about there. And it looks like I have an S&P set up here as well still. So that's cool. So anyways, because we have just more areas of interest with indices overall, down here NASDAQ, you have US 30 imbalances and whatnot over here. That then gives us a bit more perspective with Bitcoin. And here's where Bitcoin can work its way down here. Why wouldn't it work its way down to here? And then I have a buy setup from right around these times, right around 67,000. A sweep of the low here. It's starting around 68K, and then it ripped. Will we get over here? Only time will tell. But so for those reasons, I think that we can continue to work our way lower. The way this 4-hour movement happened, this is an epic smart money move. This was massive amounts of money pumps in here, 7,700 pips, and this clears out quite a bit of liquidity over here. I mean, retail sellers get gutted here, and there's a lot of liquidations that happened over here, followed by even more over here. So genuinely within the last 2 days, the amount of money that's been taken out of the market has been pretty intense, I can imagine. So yeah, the market, guys, I do believe that we're going to continue to work our way down a bit more. I do not believe that it's over. I don't believe that's the case. I think that we're just being, really more than anything, repositioning ourselves. And here's how you can look at something like this, and I'll give you guys some examples. But one of the things that I've been talking about, and I'll go over this here briefly with you all, but I went over this with I think I did this on a private session with like my team, but I'll go over, I may have briefly gone over this with you. I don't remember if I did or not, but I'll show you guys one thing that I think is cool. It's a cool way to look at how you can perceive building your portfolio. And I'll just type it out over here. That'll make it easier. But like one of the ways that you can build a portfolio is like this. So you have, for example, let's see, portfolio. What is this? We're typing in white. So you have portfolio A. This is based on risk/probability. So what I mean by that is this. You have high risk, you have medium risk, and you have low risk. And then you determine what percentage of your capital is going to be dedicated to high risk plays, medium risk plays, and low risk plays. And then you also have to decide, well, how do I define a high, medium, or low risk play? So first of all, you're going to ask yourself, right, what percentage of my portfolio will be distributed to each category? And you can do this with stocks too. It doesn't have to be crypto. And then you ask yourself, how do I determine what is high, medium, low risk? It's up to you. I'll give you guys perspective, and then obviously you can do this in whatever way that you want. But for example, this has to add up to 100%, right? So let's think about low risk coins. Drop it in the chat. What do you guys look at in terms of what would you consider a low risk, which is a low risk slash, we'll say, high probability coin? What would you guys put under this category? All right, you guys let me know, what coins would you say, or what coins or stocks, whatever you guys, whatever you're thinking about. Don't be shy. So, for example, a low risk, high probability investment, in my opinion, would be Bitcoin. All right, BTC, things like ETH, Sol, XRP. These are very low risk, high probability plays, in my opinion. I'm talking about coins in general. I would even throw like Chainlink in this category. These are very conservative risk investments, in my opinion. Right, let's say you're looking at, okay, and then medium, with medium risk, okay, now you're looking at a different level. Now, how do I look at this? Well, if you look at market cap, right, if we start looking at market cap, do you guys think that some of these top 10 coins are going to disappear? I think it's unlikely. Even I'd say the top 20, you have a good shot. Well, here, I'll pull up coin. This is a little bit more user friendly. Y'all, what y'all doing? Y'all are shy today. Real shy. So, yeah, I mean, look at this. Like, Bitcoin's gonna be fine. XRP, Sol, maybe even H bar. Oh, wow, H bar is up here. All right, jeez. Chainlink, maybe AVAX, but either way, right? Yeah, this is the Telegram coin, which is TON. For those of you that were asking about it. So, okay. Now, from there, I would say that. Now, I just want to give you guys, most importantly, perspective. So, what percentage of your portfolio can you put here? Did my stream die or something? What happened to everybody? Everybody left me. They're like, dude, I don't know nothing about crypto right now, man. Oh, I think there was an ad. My bad. I see. So, imagine you put 33%. Did I go over this with you guys already or no? Imagine you put 33% of your portfolio here in these low risk, high probability plays. 33% of portfolio. Now, if a third of your portfolio does a 3x, then you're back at square one, right? So imagine that all of these plays, all right, all of these plays, that all your high risk investments just go to zero, even your medium risk investments go to zero. If your low risk, high probability plays, which is a third, let's say it's a third of your portfolio, right? So, if 3x, then you're back at 100%. Right? 33 times 3, basically 100. So now you've protected your entire portfolio, of course, assuming that this happens. At least you go back to square one. And this is what I want you guys to think about. Like, of course, what's the opportunity? Like, oh man, why would I buy Sol when I can buy another coin that can go crazy and give me a 10x or more, right? 50x. Totally. I definitely think that can happen. But I think that if you know that you have a certain amount of money that it has a very good chance of doing a 3x, 4x, 5x, then that's going to cover every other move that may not work out. Okay. So I feel like I already did this training. But anyways, just giving you guys perspective. Let's say the rest of this, let's say you do, I don't know, 50% of portfolio here. Some of these will do really well. Some of these will do okay. Some of these may not work out. Okay. And then you give the rest of it, maybe we'll go 52 here. And then you can have like 15% of portfolio here. Now you don't have to use these numbers. I'm just giving you guys a perspective, right? So if 3x, you cover, you basically, you protect your portfolio. You go ahead and do this here. And cover any other losses from medium to high risk investments. So anyways, this is just a way for you guys to look about your portfolio. Then you can do, if you want to do some high risk plays, well then you have 15% of your capital and you throw it into whatever degenerate investment opportunities you see. And again, this is just my perspective. Just one way to look at how you can work with your money. And then honestly, with the medium risk, medium probabilities, there's a good chance that a lot of these work out and you do some great work. So just one way to look at things when you're working on your portfolio. I'll leave this here if you guys want to, take notes or whatever. And again, I think that based on how big the market cap is, it does show that there is probability that things go your way. It does show that there's a probability that there's already, I would say, speculation that it's going to continue moving. That's why sometimes the biggest coins just keep making the biggest gains, because it's almost like already a proof of concept. Like Sol at 136. Do I think that this can go and hit 300? I think that's 400. I think that's a big possibility. Yes. Do I think that this can go and hit 600? Yes. 750? Yeah. So could this go 3 to 5x? For sure. So if you have a good amount of your portfolio at or at least a third of it, then you basically cover any other mistakes that you'd make. Okay. Anyways, we'll move on from here. I know many of you guys are looking at okay, like I want to, what are we trading? Where am I pressing the button? Now, if we do continue to maintain this bearish structure here, this was a massive move to the upside, so I do think we could see sell-offs somewhere in this zone, probably closer to like this imbalance, 92-ish eventually. Not necessarily saying it's got to happen now, but let's take a look at more of the market in general. I want to give you guys a couple currency plays that I like quite a bit. So between AUD USD and NZD USD, these look very similar. Now, I will say that earlier today, I was leaning a bit more with NZD USD. However, now after some more development, AU is a bit more bearish. Here we had the sweep of the highs. The market went to the downside. So it looks like AU may be somewhere between AUD USD and NZD USD. Again, sweep of the highs, the market works its way down. So things are looking pretty decent over here. So, and I'm gonna give you guys just the opportunity to, do your homework. And actually, guys, I have a question before I move forward here. How many of you got my newsletter? How many of you got my newsletter on Sunday? I know. I think there's about, if I'm not mistaken, it's I think it's over like 2,000 people are subscribed to the newsletter now, which is pretty sweet. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Appreciate all of you guys. I got a lot of good feedback. So, but on it, more than anything, I did want to talk about how I do think that I want to keep it more like mindset and things like that, but I could do some charts and things. I don't want it to be like a trade ideas thing. It doesn't seem like that would really make a lot of sense. But yeah. All right, cool. So anyways, here it is, guys. Tradetopia newsletter. If you didn't get one and you want to have one every Sunday around market open, get your mind right, and just pin that to the top. You guys can subscribe to that. So I think I'm going to keep it not as much like trade ideas like this. Maybe state of the markets type of thing I will do, but like day trading stuff is a little bit harder to position. Or maybe I will. We'll see. Maybe some swing trade ideas and things like that. But so yeah, between AUD/USD and NZD/USD, these look good. I will trade whichever gets to the zone latest. So if the NZD/USD is slower to get here compared to AUD/USD, then I'll choose that. If it's AUD/USD, then we'll go with this. So here is the first chart here. Would you take that trade off the 618 because there's an imbalance there? No. I don't trade like that. I don't trade imbalances. I don't just trade imbalances because they're imbalances. Not saying it doesn't work, but that's just not my trading style. Like, I've found more refined entries and better risk reward trading the mitigation, which is the exchange from sellers to buyers or buyers to sellers. So that works better for me. I would understand why the market would reverse here, but what imbalances and structure, I use these more so for exits. So if I was to take let's say like a buy position or something, if I was in a buy, let's say I was in a buy right now, then I think, exiting in this imbalance somewhere like right here, the combination between this low and this imbalance right there, this is a fantastic exit strategy for me. I do that all the time, actually. Same thing with NZD/USD. This would be like a pretty textbook level to exit the market. That's something that I would definitely be more inclined to do. So yeah, something like that. If I was in buys, I would follow. But anyways, another idea that I like quite a bit, and I like buys for Euro/USD or GBP/USD. At the moment, I'm not fully convinced on which one. I am leaning a slightly more GU, but we shall see when the time comes. We'll have a better idea. But you guys can see the market sweeps the low. We see price here with Euro/USD. It clears out liquidity that was built up from Asian session on Sunday, the first Asian session of the week. Market sweeps, fills in part of this gap, and it does play off of where we've seen this last point of supply. So we had like a lot of support over here. So yeah, it plays out of there and then just rallies. It seems like it mitigates, it kind of closes these big sell-offs. GU, very similar. We see a sweep during London session, clears out some buyers, and then we see this rally. So that's why I do like, I feel like we work our way down a bit more here. But at the end of the day, and we might get a trade out of here maybe during NFP, which, by the way, on Friday, I don't know if you guys noticed this already, but on Friday, we have NFP this week, and that's a high impact news event, and I am going to be streaming for that. I am going to be streaming early for NFP, so it'll be a special NFP session. I already scheduled that stream, so you guys can check that out so that you can get an alert on when I'm live and when it's kicking things off. So yeah, definitely don't miss out on that one. It's going to be a good one. I know a lot of you only hop on these free ones, these public sessions, and so you guys miss out on quite a bit. But yeah, that one's going to be a good one. And let's see what happens. So if you guys notice, there's a button that you can click that says notify me. That's the one that I would make sure you hit that one. Here's a link to Friday session. Hit that so that you guys don't miss out on it. I'll be live about 15 minutes before NFP, so we have time to look at what's in store and what setups we can take. But this is a good one. This one, maybe it happens at the end of the week, maybe during, we shall see. We might get a Wednesday reversal out of here, or maybe we get this on Friday. But yeah, so take your time to mark this up. You see this is the 15-minute during London session, and then the continuation. So Euro and GBP USD, one of these two is going to give us a position here, which to me looks solid. Structure is good. From there, I don't necessarily love anything else on the market here. I do like what we see here with gold. We're a bit a ways though. We had liquidity. The market clears these sellers and then just dies. This just goes. Goodbye. Now, when we compare gold and silver, it just seems like gold has such a long way to go. The drop really starts from all the way over here until we get to this area. And so right now we're basically at a 50% pullback. But when you look at silver has already gotten much closer. It's pulled back just more aggressively relative to gold. So actually it's not even too much now. It looks they're kind of evening out soon. But yeah, so gold and silver, if you look at this, just go look at Tuesday's price action on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. So Tuesday around New York Open, we get the push to the upside and the market just melts away. So Tuesday, February 25th, about a week ago, we get all this. So yeah, I think we see sells way up here. So yeah, let's see if we get above 29.40 and get some opportunities for some sells there. You guys asked me about, you came in late for crypto. I think crypto works another leg down. And I do think we get into the low 70s, high 60s. After all is said and done, I think that's going to be the case, folks. That's how I'm feeling right now. This right here, a lot of people I think are seeing this as a, lower low, lower high, lower low. I do think this is being looked at as a higher high, and I totally understand why people would want to buy this. But as I zoom out, to me, the way I interpret this information, this looks like it entices buyers, it liquidates sellers, and then it comes right back down. This just is not a lot of demand. This within one day, it comes up and right back down. So it just doesn't seem like this is quite over yet. Especially when we consider price action with indices. Indices already are trading lower, and it looks like they will continue to trade lower. So I wouldn't be surprised if we visit 73 and below. So sometimes, like again, I wouldn't be totally shocked if we get some sort of little bounce out of here. This is a possibility that we get a little bounce out of the zone. But even then, we'll probably go up a bit and then work our way back down some more. So something like this I do think is a possibility. Just gotta give it time. How about BTC futures, weekend gap? How do we feel? I mean, yeah. Sure, that was this. if you want to look at it that way. But like, yes, this already happened, but I mean, there's no point in looking at this anymore. Like, we got the movement, but to me, this is no demand. Price was not here to play. This was just a lure and buyer. So even then, eventually, we just might get a big sell from here again and take our time to work our way higher. Looking at that 69K level, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that right around here for sure. And again, here you go, looking at US 30 Dow Jones. I do think we can get a great, reaction off of this big sell-off that we got on January 10th. And then from here, this thing can rip. Like, we get ourselves back into 42K, under 42K, 100. We might just go and pop out of here. So, but that's about it in regards to indices. I don't know if you guys are into stocks. I haven't even looked at specific stocks in a hot sec, so I don't know, what the marketplace is looking like here. I can take a look at, let's see here. What are some of my picks here? I've been waiting on some Etsy plays. Did we finally get here? And where are my charts here? Man, this is crazy. I think I lost my charts. Here we are. Okay, now this is a weekly chart, that's why. Alright, so Etsy hasn't gotten quite back to these COVID levels. So I was definitely waiting on Etsy here around 40, 41, sub 41. Still waiting on that. Cool. Alright. We had Intel plays. I talked about that in here. This honestly failed to hold these highs. So we might be pushing below this again. We might get below 1875 again on Intel. We might get a nice wick down. What was I looking at? Why do I have this order over here? Yeah, maybe we play into these zones. Either way, Intel could be a great play. Going lower. I don't know how many of you are on the stocks wave. Coinbase. Now, Coinbase can always give signs for reversals as well. And this is a nice little trick on what the market might have in store for us. So if you guys notice here, you had quite the sell-off before the market rallied for elections here. So I do think that we can get a Coinbase. We may get a Coinbase reversal here sometime in the near future. We saw the market rebalance. It looks at least pretty decently this October price action before it rallied again. So we might see this go down, and Coinbase and Bitcoin tend to have similar kind of timings in their reversals. So yeah, we just might see this under 190. We're looking at some pretty nice plays here. Oh yeah. Okay. I know everyone, a lot of people, you either like Nike or you hate Nike, depending on your opinion, right? Huge sell-offs. Yeah, we can definitely work our way back over here. The market has traded above here for a good week or so. So I think structure-wise, Nike looks good. Now it's a matter of if you want to refine your positions, whether you're margin trading this or you're like just investing. I think that you have plays basically anywhere under 74. It looks good to me. I feel like we'll get back under even 72. Here we have a lot of demand around 71. So I could definitely see us get over here and then this thing finally rip Even here you have a little sell-off. But yeah, 71, 72 or under. This looks fantastic. For Nike. Yeah. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you guys want me to share like my top picks for like stocks, cryptos, organize those things, just kind of like a what's hot type of situation? What are good entries? What are good sells? Blah blah blah. Y'all let me know. I think that would be I think that could be pretty interesting. You said you have a couple stocks. EMD. Oh, I said top picks for crypto, please. Yes. Yeah, I could do that. Sweet. Cool, guys. Well, that's a little bit of everything. You know, we talked about natural gas. I took an L on natural gas today. Yeah, I took a loss on this bad boy. Unfortunately, today I took a sell here. So I sold off. Where was it? I sold off right here. Oh, this chart looks way better than what I had. That's okay. Yeah, this is so much better. But yeah, on futures, so I sold over here. And then this bad boy wicked me out and then sold off. So I initially got into some profit and then it came back up again. And under different data feed, this wicked up a bit more and then dropped. So I took a loss on this one. It didn't follow, like I went into a little bit of profits, but it wasn't enough for me to move my stop. It didn't follow my trade management plan, so there was nothing for me to do there. So that was it. Natural gas. I think I looked at maybe this data feed. Let's see. Yeah, so here you can see this one wicked a lot higher. This one's a lot more. This one looks a lot more similar to the futures data feed as well. This one kind of cleared some highs and then worked its way lower. So here I did get into a bit of motion. Things look good, and then sweep the high to then work its way lower. So yeah, personally I took an L on this trade. It's all good. Nat gas always fucks around, so I give it a little room to be able to survive. Nice. I'll keep that in mind. What's a good level for SWE for portfolio? Okay, let's see. I think under 2.10 or under. Yeah, 2.10 or under. I'd say don't. If you guys were buying coins in these ranges, like let's say you're just over here, and you just, you have a lot of belief in certain projects, and you, like if you were buying over here, why not buy over here? Your dollar cost average you can average your entry prices down. So yeah, I would be looking at this from this point of view. For sure. All right, guys. Well, good stuff. A little bit of everything today, and we'll go from there. Look at SoFi. SoFi, is this the banking? This is like banking, right? SoFi. Ooh, this is looking like a distribution to me. I feel like this can drop down to like 11 and change at least, right around these levels. Yeah, this looks like it can work its way lower. If for example, if it were to pop up again right now, I would probably look to sell some of my positions around like 16, over 16. From SoFi. Yeah, I know they're sponsored the stadium. Cool. Yeah, well, awesome, guys. Great session. Appreciate everyone. I see that some of you guys subscribe to the newsletter. Appreciate y'all. Hope to I have something written for you guys for this week here as well, and gonna implement. If I see something else that I like, then I'll go ahead and share that. But for now, we shall continue here. So yeah, it's pinned up at the top. And then guys, for 2 more hours and only 2 hours, I will be taking in any students, anyone that really wants to trade with me live throughout the month. Just fill out the form. But yeah, you basically only have a couple hours to register. If you do fill it out, I'll just send you the enrollment process. But otherwise, guys, remember Friday we're gonna be here. NFP baby, we're gonna be here early, about 45 minutes earlier than I'm usually live, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. So here is the form if you do want to just hop on all my sessions this week, get some knowledge, get some value. Here it is, form. Alright, peace out, guys. Catch some of you up tomorrow. The rest of you, I'll see you.